you've had a really good week. So this week I'm not going to cook along the theme of the nursery rhyme like I have been doing. I'm doing a special today. I'm going to do a Father's Day cake. So it's Father's Day on Sunday, and I'd like to make my dad a really lovely cake because he said to me, please do not buy me anything. So technically it's not buying him anything, is it, if I make him a cake? So that's what I'm going to do. So it's a really lovely recipe. It's my favourite. It's a Mary Berry chocolate fudge cake recipe. And the way that I decorate it, it's so easy, but it's got that wow factor. So it looks so good. So I'm looking forward to showing you that as we go on. So we're going to start off with the basic recipe. It's just literally chuck everything in and beat it up. But firstly, we do have to do a special step. So we'll get started. So just the first thing is, I will obviously link the recipe and I'll take a photograph of it so you can follow along. But there's 50 grams of cocoa and we just need to mix in 6 tablespoons of boiling hot water. So you will need your grown up to do this bit for you first before we do everything else, okay? So I have some previously boiled water, so I'm going to count. You count with me. So we've got 1, whoops, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So I'm just going to give that a careful mix because it is boiling hot. So anyway, it's not just Father's Day. You could make it for someone you really care about, or it can be a birthday cake, or it's just a nice, it doesn't have to be for Father's Day. It's just a nice recipe. So that looks nice and smooth now. I better wipe that up, hadn't I? Making a mess. There we go. Right, so I'm going to pour this into the bowl first. Make sure we get all that yummy chocolateness in there. Okay, and then we're going to literally add everything else in. So we've got flour, self-raising flour in here and baking powder. We've got butter or margarine. It's supposed to be caster sugar, but I went to the shop and I forgot to buy the sugar. So I'm using soft brown sugar with a bit of a mixture of what I've got left in the cupboard. It'll be alright. What else? 3 eggs. So you can crack these in, can't you? So that's 1, 2, and 3. Oops, got some shell in there. There we go. And then some milk. So you need to preheat your oven to 180 degrees Celsius, 160 degrees fan or gas mark 4 before we start. And you'll need 2 cake tins. So it does say in the recipe 2 8-inch cake tins, but I'm going to use 6-inch because I haven't got 2 8-inch ones. And it just makes it a little bit deeper, so it just need a bit longer in the oven, that's all. But because I still can't get any greaseproof paper, I've buttered it, so fine layer of butter, and then I've just put some flour in, and if you tap it round and cover all the butter, it should hopefully mean it won't stick. So I'm a little concerned about that, but I think we'll be alright. Okay, so everything's in there now, so I'm literally just going to mix it all up till it's all nice and blended. It'd help if I switched it on, wouldn't it? There we go. I'll do it slowly at first. Do this a little bit. Just give it a scrape down the side. You don't want to you want it to be mixed in, but you don't want to over beat it. So you want it to be nice and spongy and light and fluffy. It's quite a runny mixture this, but that's how it should be, it's okay. Okay, so we'll just go in again. Okay, that's it. Job done. How easy is that? So, just going to get rid of this. It's in the way. And then I'm just going to transfer it into between your two cake tins. So try and get the same amount obviously in each. About even. So a little bit more in that one. Okay, there we go. So they go into the oven now for 25 minutes. But if it's an 8-inch, so mine might need a little bit longer, so I'm thinking probably half an hour, 35 minutes, something like that. But you can just check by inserting a knife or a skewer into the middle. If it comes out clean, then it's done, and also if it's a bit if it springs back on the top, you know it's done then as well. Okay, so I'm going to pop these into the oven, and then I'll join you again when they're ready.